Welcome to the John Sandwich Show.
Can't believe
It's I don't look like Bane anymore when I'm going to be talking.
Swear to God, it felt like I was drinking this beer for 2 hours.
that. And
It's
it's a scam.
Did it touch you? Did it touch you?
Yeah, it made me feel things.
Should we let everyone else in on the conversation? If it's too loud, they just turn it down, right?
Perfect sandwich. Beautiful.
Yeah, like you have your Hulks, your like tanks and stuff. It's pretty fun. You got to work together a little bit.
Oh, that's cool.
It'd be pretty fun.
Is it kind of like that? Do you remember those old? No, I guess they're old now. Those older X-Men top-down games.
Yeah, that's what it kind of reminds me of. Definitely not top down though. It's like
Okay.
your modern 3D, but it's pretty similar. Like y'all find yourselves in a room and you guys just got to end them all your enemies.
Sounds fun. Sounds fun indeed.
Yeah, and it doesn't look fucking difficult.
That's cool.
Some games these days, like Rainbow Six, you cannot start that shit.
Oh yeah,
Right now, it would be so annoying.
yeah. There's so many people that are just so godly right now.
Yeah, been out for like, my rule of thumb is if it's been out for 4 years or more and it's a multiplayer game, I won't pick it up unless I've already tried it.
Yeah, I came in at
get
like
destroyed.
the last, like the ending of Battlefield 4.
Oh,
Yeah, when it was definitely past its prime, but it was still fun. Like I was getting my ass kicked there for a little bit, but like once you pick it up and it's just like kind of like any other shooter, I suppose you get used to it and you are at least able to compete, you know.
yeah, that's true. It makes you better for
Yeah.
sure. You're not gonna noob around too much for a long time.
Yeah, for sure.
I guess that's something that could be said for it. I'll bring that up in the stream. Because you
Yeah.
won't pick up bad habits if you're constantly getting destroyed.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're always gonna be at the top of your game.
Yeah,
Fucking white knuckling.
you're gonna
it.
learn what works.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know if Eric's gonna join us. He hasn't said anything since earlier in the day today.
Yeah, we'll see. He's idle.
Not true.
He might be stuck with something. I don't know though.
Yep.
How's it going at Casa de la Man?
Costa de la Man's pretty good, man. I just got back into town last Sunday. Mary just got back into town Wednesday, so it's a full house again, which is nice.
Cool.
Yeah. Other than that, you just I had like a half day off and just went back to work. So, pretty much.
Oh, you had a half day off, but you still went to work?
Well, yeah. Well, because I flew in Sunday morning and then I got in at like noon or 1. So I had the rest of that day off and then I had to go back to work on Monday because I went to Idaho for like 4 days last week
Oh, yeah.
for the obvious reasons.
Right.
But I mean, I wouldn't really call that a day off, if you know what I mean.
No, definitely not.
So, yeah, so I'm definitely enjoying some time off this weekend. Mary and I went to our first restaurant experience in months here. Like, we went to one in Idaho, but we went to Diamond Knot today. First Washington State restaurant experience in months, and it was quite interesting.
Why was it interesting?
Well, like, most of the tables were gone. Like, there was only like 3 people working. The food took forever. I mean, the food was still good, but it took forever, probably because they don't have anybody working, you know.
Yeah.
And it just felt different. You know, I don't know. Just it didn't have the same vibe it used to. It used to have like this vibe of like everyone's loud and talking and having a great time, and today it just kind of felt like everyone was kind of quiet and still having a good time, but like didn't want to like overdo their time. You know what I mean? Like they didn't want to like over expel or whatever, and it was just interesting, man. It was just like a kind of like a, I don't know, like somber. It was just it kind of like that Lord of the Rings thing Erik sent us. It's just somber. It wasn't. It was
that's
fun.
how it was at the grocery store when this whole thing started. Like when people were pretty afraid. Like it was just so quiet, and everyone's like moving just very easily and like not out of your way, but you're kind of like you're used to people being kind of like intrusive, but now not so much anymore. But before it was just like everyone got out of your way because they didn't want to break the rules, and you have the one-way aisles and stuff at QFC, and people were actually like paying attention to the rules because they wanted to be safe, obviously. Yeah. And it was just very weird.
Yeah, and I don't think it, because restaurants, I think last week or the week before, they went to like 25% now. So they're even like slower than, they just barely opened up for like a month to like 50%, and now they went back to like 25%. And it's just, a lot of the regular people that Mary and I, we didn't really know, but like we were a fairly regular customer. Like every Saturday we'd either go to Bite of New York or Diamond Knot for lunch. And like, so we knew these people. We didn't know their names, but they knew us and we knew them, and none of them were there. Like there wasn't one person at Diamond Knot that we recognized. So it was just sad because you're like, fuck, man, those guys probably either lost their jobs or they're working maybe 1 or 2 days a week for a couple hours,
Oh yeah.
So it was just fucking sad, man. Like, I know we've been living in this pandemic since like March or whatever, but like sometimes, things just still could get back to you. Like the reality hits and you're like, fuck, we still are in a pandemic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was interesting. I mean, it was great food, great beer though. So I was happy about that because I'm happy that they definitely haven't sacrificed their quality of food and beer.
Yeah. You know who has sacrificed their quality? Germex. I don't know what the fuck they're doing over there. I don't know if they got like a shipment of that gin version.
Oh yeah.
Like, how the gin company started making some hand sanitizer to supplement. Like Germex specifically smells like fucking dog shit, dude.
Really?
It smells awful. It actually makes me gag. And I don't know what has happened, but like they're using some kind of new process, or like they've toned down like the quality because they need just more in general. But oh my god, it's awful. I tweeted about it. I want to like buy some. Hopefully it still smells and show you guys one day.
Yeah, no shit.
It's the worst.
Well, I have noticed at work, where I work, is now acceptable to smell like alcohol because of all the hand sanitizer you have to use.
Oh yeah.
So like before, it's like if someone smelled like fucking alcohol, you're like, man, dude, you probably shouldn't be doing what you're doing right now. But now it's like if you don't smell like alcohol, it's like, dude, you need to go use some hand sanitizer right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Why don't you smell like alcohol?
Yeah. So is it just like what kind of dog shit smell is it? Is it like literal dog shit, or is it like overly alcohol-y, or?
No, it doesn't literally smell like dog shit. It smells like they had some kind of vat sitting in a factory somewhere, really damp, for like years. You know how a beer can go bad and you taste it and it's just like, ugh.
Yeah, it gets
like it's just worse.
Like it almost like a vinegary smell, maybe.
Yeah, but it's like a bit of ammonia and a bit of like, how to describe it?
I wonder if they're just like running out of.
It's kind of like a foreign candy, you know, like a foreign candy you might smell that's like some weird flavor that you've never heard of before, and it just smells wrong. It smells like that. I don't even know how to describe it, but it smells like just some kind of weird, like Kazakhstan candy that's just this weird ass flavor. I don't know.
So did you
It's awful.
used to get like a smelly type of Germex?
No, I used to get regular Germex and it smelled alcohol-y, just the way you want. Like, it smelled like alcohol.
Yeah.
Which
Okay.
I have no problem with.
Yeah.
But now it smells like straight ass, dude.
Huh. Yeah.
Putrid.
Yeah. So I obviously haven't had any Germex because all of my hand sanitizer still smells like alcohol, like fucking 151 Bacardi or some shit, you know?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, we got some like lemon scented one from Bath and Body Works because we were like, we can't, like, I can't, like, we had to go extra smelling just to get that thought of the gross Germex out of our heads.
Yeah, that makes sense, man. Mary used to always get like the little travel size at Bath and Body Works just because she traveled all the time before the pandemic. So we have like a stockpile of like the little travel size that you put on like your backpack or whatever to sanitize your hands at airport. So that's the only smelly stuff we have. But I will say there's this type of hand sanitizer. I don't know what brand it is, but it has a lot of aloe vera in it, so it's supposed to like soothe your hands too. That shit sucks, man, because you put it on and you start like, you know, rubbing it in, and it's like sticky and like super lotiony. It almost feels like you're putting on soap, and then like after it dries, it's just like you have like this film of stuff on your hands. It's like, man, this does not feel clean at all. At least when I use like regular hand sanitizer, my hands feel cleaner and sanitized. This stuff, it feels like I made my hands dirtier. Well, because you know, like
another good alternative are the wipes, just the antiseptic wipes that you use on a baby.
Good. Yeah,
those are great.
Yeah, I have a few of those. I'm running out of them though. I should probably get some more.
Yeah, Rite Aid's usually out.
Yeah, I usually have some in my backpack just because I usually eat lunch like while I'm in the car. So I like to have like hand sanitizers before, like I'll use hand sanitizer before and then use the wipes afterwards just to clean my hands off, you know?
Oh yeah.
Because I don't want Cheeto fingers the whole day.
Jimmy, make sure your cord is connected all the way. It's a little crackly.
Mine is?
It just just now.
Oh. Might be my internet connection, man. I don't know, like
I'm getting little pops.
Yeah, Kayla was having I was talking with Kayla yesterday on Discord. It was her fault though, but I don't know. I think sometimes the internet just goes in and out because I am in this corner, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's what happened with me on my stream. As I said,
it
was annoying.
I wish there was a way I could like hardwire, I could get a hardwire connection all the way over here, but I don't know if there is.
Yeah, I know they sell these plug-in things that can, like, add a fucking, Ethernet port to one of your plugs. And according to Vanessa, because she did shit like that, it works really good, and that people do like it.
Yeah.
And it's not something that was complained about too much. That's kind of a sign.
Well, it's still like a wireless signal, though, so you still have to get the wireless signal and then transmit it to the plug. So you're probably...
the plug actually boosts since it has a good amount of electrical power, it really boosts the signal, so you can get... Like, you're not going to, of course, get the 300 megabits that you can get with a wired, but...
Yeah.
You can get pretty good one, like 60 to 80,
That's pretty good.
which is pretty good for Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah, no
And you
shit.
have that plug gives it ample power constantly.
Yeah, true. Yeah, maybe I'll have to try that out just to, because I am like at the furthest point from my Wi-Fi router in this room. It's like, how far away can you be from your Wi-Fi router? Well, this is how far.
Rocking the one bar, the
Yeah.
one little nub.
Yeah, well, it says I have like full strength, but I don't know how fucking reliable that is. You know, I was like,
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
they fixed that
yeah,
long ago, where they're like, let's just make sure they don't see the little nub just constantly,
yeah.
and like program that in.
Well, like remember, like a couple weeks ago, we were having like severe problems of you hearing me.
Yeah.
I figured it was the internet because I had it on the 5G wireless, and 5G like doesn't travel as far as like just regular internet. So I just pretty much never had a solid internet connection at all. Even though when I had the internet connection, it was super fast. But like the 5G just doesn't travel through the walls like everything else does.
Yeah.
So I was having that
Yeah,
problem.
you got to be pretty damn close.
Yeah. So now that
Which
I
I
switched
think-
it to the regular, and it works fairly good.
Yeah. That's cool. I think my laptop gets 5. The 5 whatevers.
Yeah.
Because it works pretty well when I'm streaming. Like, up until today, I haven't had any problem.
Yeah.
I just hardwired it just to make sure just now, but I realized as I was like talking to my dad on stream, because he watched my stream for the first time today,
Oh, nice.
and I was talking to him about my setup, and I realized I didn't have Ethernet going, and I've been doing it for like past 3 days, and it's been working fine.
Nice.
I was like, oh wow, that's surprising. Usually I lose a bunch of frames and shit, but I had 0 frames lost.
Oh, that's good. That is way good. Did you pull the trigger on that interface?
No, not yet. I should
Yeah.
though. I think I am after like the podcast, maybe.
Yeah, dude, I fucking love it. I have like the big version of the one I sent you.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking.
How many ports?
I have 4 ports. Well, mine's a
Damn.
i8 by 18, so it has 4 ports in the front, 4 ports in the back, and 4 outputs in the back.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
a good one.
Yeah, it's the second most expensive one, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at the single one right now, the Scarlet Solo.
Yeah. I think that'd be perfect for you. I just made like this really
Yeah.
awesome revelation about it. So where I could do a loop back feature. So before I was like really jimmy rigging like our podcast to be able to get in like with my old audio interface to get your guys' audio into my DAW. But with this, I have this loop back feature where it will kind of like take all the audio from the computer and run it through the interface and then into the DAW, which I'm getting way better audio quality from you guys through it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's just like this kind of like a workaround, but it works really good, and I'm pretty happy about it.
Hell yeah. Damn, I'm looking at the 4-piece.
What was that?
Cool 400, the 4-piece. Oh yeah, the only one that's bigger is the
The
fucking
i820.
panel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then you put in your, I don't know what they're called, the audio box.
Oh, a rack.
Yeah, the rack.
Yep.
Yeah,
I have a
that's
couple.
rack boy.
I have 2 rack mounted audio interfaces from like, I don't know, probably 5, 6, 7 years ago, but they're all Firewire, so I can't use them because no one uses Firewire anymore.
Yeah. It's a shame. That was great. Like when I was doing like my film classes and stuff, anything that I like ripping from one of my new cameras, because they're older cameras that were a bit higher quality, and then I had my new camera, and I was like, I'm gonna use my new camera because new is better, and it was like micro USB,
Oh yeah.
and the video was always awful, like the compression. I didn't know a lot about compression and like exporting to get the best quality, but just basic outright importing with the FireWire was just way cleaner.
Oh, it really was, man. It's like you could
Like
do
that's what it's made for.
like practically zero latency, recordings through FireWire. But I mean the Thunderbolt, the USB-C or whatever, I think it's just as good, or if not a little bit better now. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, these days.
Yeah.
That was, oh god, I can now say that was back in high school.
Oh yeah. Like
in
the FireWires.
2012. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have two useless audio interfaces that are damn good. You just you just need a old computer to run them now. I got really fucking hammered last Saturday, I think it was. Yeah, last Saturday. It was during Mary's mom's celebration of life or whatever. And then of course we were drinking beer all day or whatever. And the only beer they have there, which I'll save this for everybody. But so I was drinking beer all day. And then liquor the rest of the day. And I'm not a big liquor drinker, so I got fucking hammered. And I woke up fucking hammered. And I had to get on a plane and leave at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I was not very happy that I booked myself a plane for that early in the fucking morning.
All half drunk.
Oh yeah, half drunk, trying to just stay the fuck awake while the person giving me a ride was driving me, because he was just as fucking hammered and hungover as I was. It's man, I gotta stay awake, because if I fall asleep, he's gonna fucking fall asleep.
Yeah. Yeah, that's now that I'm an adult and I know the dangers of driving and stuff, I hate, especially when they're my age, friends or something. I'm I don't fucking trust you at all.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna sleep.
Yep, pretty much. Yep.
I know anyone can fall asleep.
Well, it's just so easy, man. I was just sitting there just because I think from where I was to the airport I was going to was 3 hours. And just hanging out, fucking. Oh, there's Eric.
Hanging out.
Hey, Eric.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, man?
Nothing much. Let me turn on my camera. You can see my beautiful face.
Oh, look at you.
Wait, I can't see anything.
Can't see anything.
Oh, there we go.
Nice.
What up?
Everyone
Check
looks...
it out. I got some soundproofing.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Cool. Cool.
I was
And it's
say
all
it.
behind over here too.
Everyone looks so HD right now.
Hell yeah. And
That's
then when
the
you
life
turn
we
on this
live in.
blue light, it makes me look way less pale just because of the the color correction.
Oh, nice. Eric, what are you drinking right there?
I'm drinking a rum and ginger ale.
Good for you, man.
Trying to stay healthy.
Mary really likes the vodka ginger ales. She's a fan of the vodka
Does she?
ginger ales. Yeah.
I gotta try it out sometime.
Yeah. It's pretty good. It's like a little Moscow mule-esque,
Mm-hmm.
Mueller.
For sure.
John's got his nicotine today.
Oh, nice. So do I. So do I, brother.
And it's new, so it's all smoky.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's this nonsense. I always get carded for it, but if I buy beer or any kind of alcohol, they don't give a shit. They're like,
Nice.
but you vape? Not on my watch.
Yeah.
We'll start
Like,
this.
oh, you want a handle of vodka? Go for it.
I do have some beer in the fridge. I was just having a little bit of, just treating myself a little bit, a little bit of candy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. With your favorite glass.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. With my warped glass. Yeah, perfect.
That's like the John sandwich staple right there. That glass you got going on.
Mm-hmm.
Because every time you're...
I'll bring it
Yeah.
when we open, when the world opens back up, and bring it to the to the sandwich headquarters here.
Nice.
STG.
What do you guys want to get this started?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I got so much to
Yeah.
talk about.
All right.
Oh,
We all do. And I got a little surprise for you guys. Check this out.
yeah.
Hmm?
What's that?
What am I checking out?
Oh, can you guys not hear it?
Oh, hey! I just heard it.
What?
I heard it for a second. Now I
really?
don't hear anything. Oh, there it goes.
Oh,
Oh, wait, there it
Oh,
goes.
It's only when you talk, like
Oh,
when
really?
the mic activates.
oh.
Yeah, just make your
Hello.
picture go green the whole time.
My bad. All right. Well, I thought
Did
I
you
had
start?
a present for you guys.
Oh, that's cool.
I thought I did. I'm sorry. Well,
No, that's okay. Sound is a cool.
Sandwich Show!
woo.
So nice to be
Hey,
back.
what's up?
Oh my God, how you guys doing, man?
You're doing
Good.
well, man.
Good.
How are
doing,
you?
Doing well.
Are you
I'm
guys
living
sitting there?
bachelor life?
Are you? That's good.
Yeah, Vanessa is out and about doing some bachelorette parties with her former boss. So I'm just chilling, having the whole bed to myself. It's beautiful. It's great.
Oh, that's
It's lonely.
cool.
I do get why I do get all the gripes of the single guys that I know about, like just coming home and it's just quiet. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, oh,
Yeah.
For
I mean,
sure.
it's
But
a little
it's cool.
tough sometimes. A little like before this last Wednesday, I was home alone for almost 3 weeks. I was like, damn, like I fucking miss my wife for one, and for two, it was so long that I forgot how long she was gone for.
Oh my God.
Like I just
My
started,
God.
I started to get back into like normal, like single man life. It's like, all right, well, looks like I'm going to the grocery store. I'm gonna get a gallon of milk, a 6-pack of beer, and a case of ramen.
Well, you-
right? Like I'm not gonna eat at all for
Yeah.
like the whole day.
Yep.
I'm gonna leave the toilet seat up.
Yep.
You were like the guy that's actually ventured out. You've gone out and like seen the other sides of the world lately and stuff. Maybe not too far, but you still gone a lot farther than John Thurston and I have. How were your adventures in the outside world? What happened?
Well,
Tell me all about it.
considering the circumstance, my
Oh,
ventures
horrible! Yes,
Yes.
horrible.
circumstance. My ventures in the outside world is a little strange, to be quite honest.
Mm-hmm.
For like getting on a plane and everything, that was
My
fine
God, I can't even.
That
I
was
can't
normal.
even imagine.
until I got on the plane. And like these airlines, they're promoting social distancing and all this stuff that they got going on, right? They're
Mhm.
they're ready for the pandemic. We're not serving food or alcohol. It's just like a very small array of drinks and like a snack. Well, the plane I get
Mhm.
on is fucking sardines, man. They fucking packed
Oh my
us in.
God,
I
really?
was like, yes. I was like, where the fuck is this social distancing they're talking about? You still have to wear your mask, but I have like it was a full flight. I was like, okay, I see what you guys got going on there. It's a fucking scam. They say that they promote like social distancing, all this stuff, and they just sardine us in there.
Yep.
So that was a little strange, and I was a little off put by that situation just because I was not expecting that. I was expecting like a little bit of distancing. But
Don't planes have like the most marginal profit when it comes to that? So like if they don't fill the flight, they pretty much lose money unless it's completely
so.
full.
yeah, pretty much.
It's like working at a movie theater. I think pretty much that's how the sense is.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
flights.
They have to get like their concessions, and they're hoping people upgrade to first class, those premium seats.
Yep.
Because between like how expensive the plane is, how expensive jet fuel is, how much you have to pay the pilots, I mean, they're really not making money, and I think that's why the super cheap flights, like the economy flights, the ones that just are nonstop, they're the only ones that really make money because they They pick up people, they go somewhere, they pick up another load, they go somewhere. Like they're constantly moving, and constantly, transporting passengers. Versus like some of these bigger airlines, their plane could sit for a few hours before it gets off the ground. But that's a different story for a different day. But yeah, so they're not making any money. So they tried to make a little bit of money that day. So I went into Idaho, which is Trump country, needless to say. And it was
Is it a Trump country?
Oh, it is. It is Trump country. Like, Eric, you think I'm a Trumper. You go to fucking Idaho for a week. And
You're like, wow,
I can only imagine.
yeah, it was very interesting, man. Like, once you got off the plane, I got off in Salt Lake City, got off the plane wearing a mask, and the second I got off the plane, people were looking at me funny for wearing a mask.
Really?
And it didn't stop till I got back on a plane.
That's funny.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh,
You're getting stink eye from all the oldies.
It wasn't even oldies, man. It was everybody. It didn't matter if you were like what age group you were in. I was getting the stink eye for wearing a mask. Like, I'd wear a mask and then getting into Idaho, God forbid you wear a mask at a gas station or some shit like that, because you're just like a foreign fucking person. Might as well be like a Muslim in their eyes. You know what I mean? Someone that's about ready to like terrorize their city.
My God.
But my whole thought was, it's like, all right, you don't want me to wear a mask? I'll start coughing. You don't know where I'm from.
Yeah, right.
Just start sneezing in the
if you want me to
aisles.
start sneezing and being like, I'm from Seattle, Washington. I was like, we'll see how fast they want me to put that mask on. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah, that's funny. When you go back to your hometown and you realize that you've changed a little.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like, it's different. That's how I feel like in Deming. Like, they have like these. Like, one thing that's really prevalent is like the jokes, like, or the memes that go on in there. Like, in Deming, New Mexico, they're like 3 years behind.
Oh, yeah.
In everything, in like every aspect, they're 3 years behind.
I'll tell you what, I went out today. We had some people come work on the house today, so I had to get the kids out of the house for a couple hours. So I go out and I drive out and I'm taking the kids out and I'm like, first of all, like, this is the first time I've been out of the house in like, I don't know, it feels like years now. So like,
I mean, as far as I know, it is years.
Yeah, like a lot of things aren't open. Like, you just see like flags hanging out and stuff. Like, oh, like either we're just open for drive-through or like the actual indoors is open and stuff. But like, I'm driving around and like I see a lot of places and like we want to go out and get breakfast, right? So I'm driving around and I see that there are just a shit ton of people out there not wearing masks, just hanging out, not wearing masks. Out on the verandas and stuff, nobody's wearing any kind of masks at all. And then, so I'm like, well, like, I don't feel comfortable about like going into a place, like into an actual restaurant. Like, I don't feel comfortable about that right now.
Yeah.
But let's like hit up a drive-through. I'll go in, I'll order food, and we can do this. Like, we stopped by Five Guys, and like
Nice.
I drive by it, and
Good choice, good choice.
I look inside. And there's a line in there, and nobody's wearing masks in that line. And I'm like, fuck this bullshit. I'm not going here. I think we end up doing like KFC and shit, which like totally fucked up our order. So like freaking I drive into KFC and fucking I end up being the only one that doesn't get food. And
Oh,
then,
really?
Like, we drive to a park like to go eat the food. And then like we get to the park and it's completely packed. And everyone's not wearing a mask. So, like, I keep driving around because we can't go back to the house yet. And then, like, we just pull into a place, fucking take out the food. My meal's not there, but everybody else's is. So I'm just like, go ahead and eat. Everyone else eat. Everything will be fine. And then we saw some deer today, though. That was nice. So I think,
that's
like,
kinda
Mother
cool.
Nature's taking this. Yeah. Mother Nature's taking this shit back. We saw, like, two full blown like fucking strong as hell stags and shit with huge horns, just walk past us and stuff. It was pretty cool.
And those stags gotta be careful,
Awesome.
man. Hunting season's about ready to happen in like a week.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
know?
for sure, man.
They might be getting a little
felt
too
like
comfortable.
I felt like there were people like coming in like after that whole thing happened, like looking for them and stuff to come cap them out, but I don't know, whatever. Fucking, it was weird, man. It was weird being out today, and I hate it, and I hope things get back to normal soon. So crazy.
So on a different note,
People be
Weird-
getting
what a weird
complacent.
time to be alive.
on a different note, I just talked about this with John Thurston about 10 minutes ago. I did go to a restaurant today.
Did I know, man? Well, you sent us a picture the other day about you going to a restaurant.
Well, I
what
went.
is that
I went.
like?
I went to a restaurant today in Washington State.
Like a restaurant. Today.
Yes, I went to the Diamond Knot Brewery.
Damn, son. Okay,
Yeah.
what was that like?
Strange. It was
Yeah.
You know, restaurants are 25% full right now, and we had our own little two top table. There was plenty of social distancing and everything. Food took a long time, which was fine. The beer was still great.
That's good.
One thing that I definitely noticed that kind of broke my heart a little bit was that used to be a regular place Mary and I used to go to like every Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And none of the staff that we kind of got to know, even though we weren't on a name basis, but none of the staff that we knew before were there. It was just like a bartender pouring drinks, one waitress, and like the cooks. So it kind of bummed me out. It was good food though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good food. It was actually really nice to get out of my house, you know, like in the state that I live in. But you know, like you have to wear a mask going in to the restaurant. The only time you can take your mask off is when you're seated at a table. So
Yeah.
like if you're
Once
going
you're there.
yeah, if you're going to the bathroom, you have to put your mask on. If you're leaving your table, you have to put the mask on, which is fine. Whatever, you know, I don't care.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's weird.
John, have you been to a restaurant
I
yet?
hate it. No, I haven't. I want to. I miss it dearly.
I was thinking about going to the local cafe we got going on here, but I realized they close at like 3.
Yeah, they're breakfast, lunch, brunch. That's it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I didn't remember if it was like exactly what time they closed because, you know, it's been so damn long.
Yeah,
And
we've forgotten what
Yeah.
it feels like.
Yeah, and I didn't know if they like stayed a little bit open later on like Saturdays or not. So I know Sundays they close at like 3 too, but like also
yeah, I don't think it goes beyond that.
at Diamond Knot, they're only like their service is only like from 3 o'clock now, 3 to like 7 or 8, I think. Yeah, like 8 o'clock. So they only have like a 5-hour window to get people like in tables and eating food and stuff in there. So, but my Idaho experience in a restaurant was completely different than my
I would imagine.
my
Tell me about
Washington.
Idaho.
So my Idaho experience in a restaurant, which is this was last week. This was the first restaurant I've been to since March. Before that, the last restaurant I went to in March was Azteca. John and I know where that's at. It's right next to our famous.
I've been
cafe.
there.
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
been
yeah,
there.
yeah. You've been there too.
Yeah.
So that was the last restaurant I went to before this in March, and I went to this. It was kind of like a cafe diner type in Idaho, and Mary and I walk in with our masks, and we are definitely black sheep of the place. Like it's like the whole place got quiet and like turned their head and looked at us. It's like, who are
It's
these?
like a
mother-"
record scratch.
Exactly. It's like, and everyone's like looking at us in our masks. It's like, yeah,
Libs.
exactly. Oh, we got
There's
some
libs.
libtards. We got libtards in here. So that was weird. And then the food ended up being pretty shitty. So
Was it?
yeah, it was disgusting.
I gotta tell you, man, like fucking, I felt like today going out for the first time in a while, I felt like fucking like a Howard Hughes wearing fucking Kleenex boxes on my feet and fucking bottling my own poop. Like I felt like a weirdo. It's like freaking like, am I the only one worried about this kind of stuff? So weird.
Yeah, dude. No, it's strange, man, especially in Idaho, because Idaho, it was the first time like me actually hanging out with like people like in a group, right? And like people wanted like were coming close to me and like sitting down next to me while I was eating, and I'd like get up and be like, "Why the fuck are you sitting so close to me?" Or like I like every time someone would come talk to me, I'd have to back up, be like, "It's like, dude, you're sitting like way too fucking, you're standing way too close to me, man. Like back up, And being in Idaho, there's one thing I took away from it, like coronavirus wise, is like they kind of made you feel like the whole thing was a hoax. Like I almost started to believe it for a second. I was like, wait, hold on. Coronavirus is a hoax, right? you know what I mean? Just because like they take it that seriously to where if you're wearing a mask, you're part of the problem pretty much. And I was like,
you're being oppressive and stuff.
Yeah. And it was a really weird feeling like going through that.
That's insanity.
Yeah, dude. It was like
it's like a fucking cloth on your face.
Yeah, dude. But
that means that swears your allegiance to the devil Barack.
Yeah, pretty
by
much
wearing that.
Pretty much, man. It was
it's pretty hilarious.
It was really odd, like really odd. It's just it's crazy that they're so close. Idaho is, right? But yet they are so far away from like a lot of the things that I believe in, right? It was just weird. Like, my dad, he bought something a couple days ago, or like when I was there a couple days before. He's like, John, I gotta show you this, and I want you to turn around, and I want your mom to record the expression on your face when you get, when you see this. I was like, all right, like this must be something really fucking cool, right? I was like, all right, cool. And like, so I turn around and like, he hands me like this assault shotgun. I was like, okay.
God damn, son.
Like, wait,
nice.
Hold on. Am I like, yeah, this is cool, I guess, whatever. Like, I was like, what is this for? He's like, home defense. What? And
home defense.
Home defense.
For duck hunting. And it's like an automatic shotgun.
Yeah. Yeah, it is like as close to an automatic shotgun as you could buy. Like, I shit you not. It's a double barrel, double action shotgun. Like, you cock it once and you could shoot it twice as fast as you can. And you could cock that mucker, and it has 16 shells in it. So you could load 16 shells in this shotgun and just go. I was like, holy shit,
Wait,
man.
he has that double barrel semi?
Yeah.
What? Was it the tactical looking one?
Yep.
That's all. Oh, dude, that's insane.
No, it is insane. I was like, what the fuck?
That's
yeah. He has that. And then
is my weaponized anthrax for duck hunting.
And then and then he like today I was talking to him, so I call my parents every week. He's like, John, guess what I bought? I was like, what'd you buy? He's like, I bought a competition style AR-15. I was like, and I was like, Dad, at what point?
For what?
I don't know. And I was like, Dad, at what point does this stop becoming home defense? He's like, once I get my 44 Magnum. I was like, okay, until then, every other gun you buy is just home defense. I was like, this is like, what are you going to do? Are you going to sit there at the top of your roof, pick people off just in the fear of they might rob you? You know what I mean? Because like, you're shooting these guys at like, you can shoot them from like 300 yards away. It's like, do you think they might rob you? Is that the problem right now?
Right.
So
the extra, like,
okay, I'll be right up.
It might be $1,000 more, but does it kill someone $1,000 better?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like,
statistically, though, like historically, they're a good investment. They usually get more expensive as time goes on.
Yeah, for sure. Like, and I understand having a gun for home defense. Like, I own a couple guns. They've been in my gun safe for a few years now.
You don't have a double barrel assault shotgun.
No, I don't.
30-odd, whatever.
Yeah, like
44 Magnum.
I could get a handgun and that's fine, or like a single barrel shotgun. That's good enough home defense for me. But like that is just excessive. You know, like
That's insane.
that's like there's a
You don't
war.
need that much power, man.
Oh, it was just weird, man.
That's some stopping power, though. Like, he's ready to take on an army.
Yeah, dude, he's ready for the fucking zombie apocalypse. That's what's going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to look at how much are these double barrel.
At least I know where to go. When shit hits the fan, I know where to go. Gotta go see for the Man family.
One of these?
Oh, yep, it was that. It is that exact gun. Yes. Yep.
Really? Was
Holy
it? Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Crap, dude.
Is that like
Crap on a
RoboCop?
Kringle.
Yeah.
RoboCop right
Yeah,
there,
it
man.
is that exact gun. It's like I think it's called like the D12 shotgun or something like that, or D12 or
D12?
D16 or some shit.
Uh,
DP12.
yeah, DP12 is what it
Fucking
says.
crazy, right?
DP12 shotgun for sale. Guns America. Blanick
Dear
firearm.
America. Here's to America.
Fuck yeah.
It's crazy how that almost every other country you can't just go on the web and buy some guns
Yeah.
or just go to the store buy some guns.
That's why they don't have freedom, though, John.
How
There
much
it
is
is. I protect mine.
Jesus
2,500.
Christ.
Might be
Now
worth
that they're
3,000 later.
Now that they're getting rid of the post office, though, how do we get our guns now?
You could ship them through.
You
pick
go
them
to
up?
one of
Go pick
the
'em up?
dozen stores that's right next to you,
You know, like
I guess. Oh no,
Oh,
look,
nice.
it's actually less. You can get it for like 877.
you know, you could ship a gun through
Depending
like
on what kind you
UPS
get.
and FedEx and stuff like that, right? So now that
Mhm.
the post office is gone, you'll just ship it through UPS and FedEx. Yeah.
Oh,
You
I
need
guess that's
sunflower
true.
seeds.
This gun,
I could probably get it all on
Probably.
Amazon
Yeah.
Prime.
I don't see why not.
dude, imagine Amazon Prime
Mm,
gun.
yeah.
Where like it has an Amazon like form to fill out, and then they
And it has
ship
a
it to you
button
in
on
2
it.
days.
Every
Like,
time you
the
shoot
second-
rounds, it just orders new bullets for you.
Hell yeah, Wi-Fi enabled. That'd be awesome. You know, it would be awesome, like having a tag in your wrist or something, where like only when you touch the gun can you pull the trigger, like fucking
Oh,
Metal
yeah.
Gear Solid
Yeah.
4 style.
Now
Oh,
we're talking
shit,
some
yeah.
serious. Now
That's
we're talking
something
some serious
Amazon-
government control right there, John. God, the Republicans
Yeah,
are
we
gonna
are.
hate us now.
Right.
We
A
should get
gun
down to
should
the
be
point.
able to be shot by anyone. Anyone who picks up a gun should be able to shoot it. Look at this
I will
thing.
say
Oh my
this though,
god.
about being in Idaho for a few
That's some
days.
tactical shit.
Hold on, take over the show real quick. I gotta serve my kids
Oh,
dinner.
yeah, yeah.
Dinner just
Yeah,
arrived.
serve
Come
them
on,
dinner.
Be 1 second.
Do your
We'll be-
thing.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
looking at
guns,
guns.
son. You get me that right there gun. John, look up a competition style AR-15.
All right. Competition style AR-15. I misspelled competition. It's fine. Google has my back.
So I guess
Ultimate
the barrel
guide.
on this gun that my dad bought, the AR-15, is worth $1,000 in itself. Just the barrel.
Just-
Yeah, it's like I
oh
don't
my
know,
God.
like really why you. I don't know. I don't know why you'd need it. You see that picture, the one like, right below the video. See the American flag nicely
Yeah.
placed right there.
Hell yeah. And you have the
Yeah.
Michael Bay angle where it's like, I don't care what angle we're at, we
Dude,
need to
you're
see
gonna
the
be getting
flag.
so many gun ads now on your computer. You want to buy a gun?
I was just thinking that.
Like every time you
You want to buy a
every
gun?
time
Here's
you
all your
fucking
guns.
browse the internet now, it's like lower ammunition here. Get your rounds for free.
This is 50% off. It's $1,000.
Oh yeah.
Get it before, and it's like an AR-15. Get this pistol. It's technically a pistol. I saw this one gun that was technically a pistol, according to the government, and it was the most assault rifle you've ever seen. And they're like,
yeah?
it's a pistol. Pistol, rifle, I guess.
I mean, we've played enough Battlefield. You should know what it is, John.
Right. I think it was on a Hickok 45 video, which he's a super. What's the word? The one where you do a lot of stuff. He puts out a lot of videos, and they're very informative, and he's not a dick. A lot of people that survey or review guns
or something like that
are always like kind of. Yeah, they're always kind of like, oh yeah, here it is. Well, that's a pistol.
Yep,
Technically
like
a pistol.
to me.
Magazine fed, buttstock.
Well, actually, the bump
Pistol.
stock is now illegal, I think, so you can't even get that anymore. At least you shouldn't be able to.
But this is a brace. I see why
Oh.
you're confused. That is a like a forearm brace is what that is, sir. I don't know. They always have some kind of like. Actually,
Yeah, that looks like a mighty fine pistol to me. That looks like
Yeah, that's a
something
really good pistol.
fucking, I don't know, the U.S. military would use.
yeah, you could throw that
Yeah.
in your girlfriend's
Yeah.
purse right
I mean,
there.
perfect home protection, you know.
It'll work fine.
I guarantee you with
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when you're out camping or something, you need a little bit of protection.
I
just in
guarantee you
case.
with that
Perfect.
in your wife's purse, she's never going to get fucked with.
No,
Which is probably the case.
not at
you
all.
know.
She'll just need
I
a
mean,
big-ass
that is
purse.
the purse right there. I mean, anyone carrying that
Right.
around is definitely not going to get fucked with.
For sure. Right? Like with laws that say you're allowed to open carry a handgun, open carry this like somehow on your waist. Like it's just somehow strapped to your waist in the most ridiculous like
But
thigh holster
I
you've
guess
ever
that begs
seen.
the question, like, if everyone was carrying around something like that, would anybody ever get fucked with ever?
I think street fights would get a little crazier if everyone had one. Like, have you seen the movie, not Hansel and Gretel, the Romeo and Juliet movie with Leonardo
I have,
DiCaprio? And it's
But
all
not since I
modern.
was like fucking. When did that come out? Like 20 years ago? It's been a long time for that.
It's Romeo plus Juliet, I think is what it's called.
Oh, shit.
96.
So, yeah, 24 years ago. Yeah, so I probably saw
Yeah, I
that
was
in like
1.
2000. So probably not for 20 years have I seen that. I mean,
But yeah, it's for our audience that doesn't know, it's Romeo and Juliet set in the modern times, and you know how everyone has a sword. Back then, everyone has like this fucking sick customized pistol that's like all their own, and they look pretty cool. But it'd probably be a little similar to that, just people
like,
getting
wasn't that
shot.
one of Leo's like maybe his third film where people should have thought like he should have got an Academy Award at that time? I think, like-
Probably. If not this, then he did a lot of
he did
stuff when he was
what
young.
was that one? Oh man, the one with Johnny Depp. Yeah.
Oh, what's eating Gilbert Grape?
He should have got an
Yeah.
Oscar for that, dude.
Totally,
For sure.
dude. Yeah, like a 13, 14-year-old convincingly playing a
Yeah,
mentally
that
challenged
was
person.
a great movie. The parrot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been cool. Like, he would have been the youngest, I'm sure,
Yeah.
best
Oh, for
actor
sure, man.
winner.
Well,
That would have been the
it's
perfect time.
it is kind of crazy to me that it took Leonardo DiCaprio like till what, like 2017, 16 to win an Academy Award with The Revenant.
Yeah. Which, among all of his movies, like The Revenant seems like the one that he
Yeah, it was
probably
like one of the
wouldn't.
worst ones.
I don't know. Like, it was really good. I thought it was great. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely not his best.
Definitely not one of his best.
Let's see. He wasn't even nominated. That sucks. They didn't even nominate the man.
I mean, Wolf on Wall Street, that should have definitely
It
got
was
one.
the year.
Pretty much like
Yeah, I think so,
like I'm a
too.
firm believer. Like
But-
every one of Leonardo DiCaprio roles, like probably should have been at least nominated for Academy Award because he's just
Yeah.
that fucking good.
But you know how Scorsese, he's also
Yeah.
snubbed all the time too.
That's true, dude.
It's like what they say, like, you got to
Yeah.
pay the right people in the academy.
I'm definitely getting a little eager to watch Tenet. Like I'm kind of hoping they cave and they just go totally VOD, man. Because I would spend $30 right now to watch that for sure.
Yeah, definitely not
You know, I
Mulan.
might do it, man. Just to like I'll probably still do it, but I would do it a lot faster if they had all the music in it. I think that's what kind of bums me out the most is they don't have all the cool Mulan music, man.
Yeah, I feel like there is such a thing as Chinese music. Like, even if you don't do the regular Mulan music, like, you could have still made it a musical. Like, you have writers on tap for
Yep.
everything Disney. I feel like you could have written a song that would amuse Western people as well as Chinese people and
Oh, for
still
sure.
be respectful
think-
about it.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm not.
Do you feel like you,
filmmaker.
John, being like probably the biggest moviegoer / movie buff type there is in this podcast? Do you feel like this pandemic is going to totally destroy the movie theater industry and it's just going to go all video on demand, either like Netflix exclusive, Hulu exclusives, Amazon Primes, like what have you, whatever streaming service exclusive it is? Do you think like that's the future of movies now? And like before, you could have had like, all right, it makes sense to have a theater, like a movie theater release, right? But now it just like doesn't make sense anymore. Do you feel like this is going to totally destroy the movie theater industry, or do you think it's going to have a comeback?
I think what's going to have a comeback, and it's already on the rise, are the non-traditional kinds of movie theaters. I think regular movie theaters like Cinemark and stuff, they've kind of been on their way out for a little while. Like, a lot of people use them, but I think this is paving the way for those non-traditional ones where you can eat, you can drink, they have like events and stuff. It's not just about getting in there, paying for your ticket, sitting on your ass, watching the movie. It has so much more.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like those movie theaters are going to, because a lot of people, especially film buffs, do want to see movies in the theater because you do get better sound, and like, especially for Christopher Nolan, when it's filmed on 85 millimeter film, like, you only get the true experience when it's projected on an IMAX projector. Because they're IMAX cameras, and there's a lot of cameras out there that are very similar that have super large format, and if it's all from the movie from your couch, you're not gonna be as wowed. And I think a lot of people enjoy that, and a lot of people do like getting out of the house and just having fun but not having to do much, and movie theater kind of fits that. I definitely think there's going to be a lot less regular
Yeah,
movie
I mean, the
theaters
only
after
problem
this.
is with that.
But the real popular ones
Yeah,
will stick
but
around.
the only
of
problem
course.
is with like the ones you're talking about, like the Cinnabars and like the McMinimans and like these cool bars that serve food and alcohol and stuff, is they usually can't afford like those type of projectors that Christopher Nolan films are filmed on. You know, so at that point, you're still kind of not getting that movie theater experience that you would if you went to like one of these huge budget movie theaters like Edwards or Lowe's or AMC or what have you. You know what I mean? So you're, or Regal. You know, so like without like those big three, like you're kind of losing out the experience anyway, because these small movie theaters, they don't have the sound equipment like these big budget movie theaters do. They don't have like the projectors. They don't have the screens. So at that point, like, I don't know, like the movie theater industry is almost kind of dead at that point if you don't have like those really big movie theaters.
Yeah. Well, if that's the case, then I don't think theaters will go away. They'll definitely be hurt, but they're not going to be replaced. There's so much money in like not just IMAX and the movie theaters themselves, but also the people who make those movies and the publishers of those movies that who rely very heavily on ticket sales and movie theater. Just from the movie theater setting, then I think there's a pretty big cushion underneath
I kind of make it like I kind of wonder in the setting that we're at if like the streaming, if it could become a more profitable option with like exclusive rights, you know, to like the big three streaming giants or big four streaming giants, you know, because $30 like video on demand. If Netflix did that for Tenet, I would fucking buy it for sure. And I'm sure a lot of other people would too.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, I might. Netflix, I'm not so sure about because Netflix has like awful compression. Like when you watch Netflix and then go to like Disney Plus, you realize like, wow, Netflix is not.
Well, I was just using them for an example.
Super high qual.
You know? Like Amazon Prime's pretty good.
Right. Yeah, if they came out, like if IMAX or, I know HBO does it already, but like if there was one that was like, this one's for movie buffs. You get high qual sound, high qual visuals, and it's just where you can keep your, like basically it's like going to the theater for your house. Like if you're going to put on a movie, put it on this.
Well,
I would
Netflix
love that.
kind of does have that option.
Like, I think I would use that.
It's not. Yeah.
Do they have?
They do. You just have to pay
like
extra
that?
for it. They have like their standard viewing to where you get like 1080p, but if you want like 4K, you have to pay extra for it. Yep.
I haven't gotten into my Netflix account, seeing the specifics of that
I don't
in so
pay
long.
for the 4K because I don't.
It
have
just
kind
kinda
of
sits there.
so it's kind of pointless for me to buy it. But
Yeah.
But
I mean, most of the time, the way things go is people don't like change unless they're forced to change. And I think since people will be forced to like kind of buy stuff at their house, they'll surely be more inclined to try it out. So I think more movies will definitely try it out, especially if it's like a movie they're like not so sure about, that they don't want to maybe like fill up the movie theater for or something. It might be a good place for movies to kind of get a second wind, and that'll be good for the movie industry. Like, I like movies. If like a lot of movies that people don't have a lot of faith in are usually like hard science fiction or something like that, which I love. And like before, you only had like sci-fi to really make those movies, and like just the more room the better. I think the more room for like, so you can't get $100 million and get the rights to go to like get your movie shown at 1,000 theaters. Doesn't mean your movie's not good.
Sure.
or your people aren't talented. Like, if there's room for talented people to show off their work, then
Yeah.
I'm pretty much good with it.
For sure, man. Yeah, I mean,
It'll be interesting. Things are changing. People are forced to change right now, and things will change. Absolutely.
yeah, and that's kind of the thing, man. People are forced to change right now. We don't get the luxury of just living life like we used to, you know, I don't know, back before March, which, you know, it's a very weird thing to say. Like, I miss those days because you could kind of
yeah,
still
that's
like
not weird.
remember, you know, what it was like before. And like, I'm saying this like I lost a dear friend or something like that, but I kind of did, and it was like I think we all did. You know, we lost, I wouldn't say our freedoms, but we lost like just the ability to do whatever the fuck we wanted, whenever the fuck we wanted to do it. And, you know, without
Yeah.
being mindful of, or have a conscious like feeling of like, okay, I got to make sure not to touch this, or I got to make sure I'm not staying too close, or make sure I put on my mask, or sanitize, or wash my hands, or don't touch my face. You know, it's so different
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, I was watching this one video. It was a Smarter Everyday video, and he goes into a nuclear submarine, which is unheard of. Like, he wasn't even allowed to go to the nuclear reactor engine room, wasn't allowed to, like, film the map of the place, but as he was going down, he was, like, introducing himself and shaking hands with everyone, and I was like,
Yeah, no kidding.
what are you doing?
Yeah.
Stop that. Stop. And I was like, oh, this is from, like, 2017. What am I talking about? It was just so weird. I was changed. Like, it weirded me out seeing so many people in a close setting shaking hands with each other, and I'm just like, germs.
I know,
germs.
man. Like I was talking earlier about Idaho, it's like people have no regard of what's going on in the world down there. Everybody is huggy. They're stand super close to you. Their hair, like there were so many people, because I was drinking Voodoo Ranger, which we've had here on this podcast. And people wanted a sip of it. I was like, sorry, you could go get one of your own and drink it, but you cannot have a drink of mine. I'm sorry. You know, if people wanted to have a drink of my drink, I was like, I'm sorry. Like, I will pour you a little bit in a cup, but you're not taking a swig off my drink. Like, I'm sorry, you can't do that. You know what I mean? And it was just like they have like no regard of like what's going on in the world, or they just don't give a shit, which is probably a little bit of both. But it was so weird. Like, we were in this group honoring Mary's mom, and it was all outdoors, which, you know, we're like, you know, we're not going to do like traditional stuff because it's all indoors. So outdoors, like, everyone can socially distance and everything. And I found myself like walking away from people like more often than not, just because people wanted to come and get super close to me and talk to me and this and that. I was like, and there's probably like 25 people there, maybe a little bit more, like in and out. And I was just like, man, like, I'm gonna step away from you. I'm gonna socially distance myself, please. You know. And just like, as I do that, people would just come closer to me, like they're hard of hearing or something. It's like, you know, and it was just very uncomfortable. And I don't think they've got to the point to where we're at in our part of the country to where it's like actually a big deal, you know. Because I haven't seen you guys since, what, mid-March? Like mid-March, maybe?
Pretty much.
Like, I could see when, like, our last non-shelter-in-place series episode, which, by the way, I think I'm going to change up the title because we're not sheltering in place anymore. I think we're something else. But, you know, I haven't seen you guys since March. And or maybe February maybe. So I haven't seen you guys in, like, 6 months. You know, but
dude.
Yeah, and it's definitely
Sucks.
weird, man. It is definitely weird. Just, I don't know if you guys ever have a chance to. I'm kind of curious. Like, maybe when Vanessa gets back, she'll want to talk on the podcast about her experience in Vegas and just like how different it is down there than it is over here. because I'd be
Oh,
really
yeah, maybe.
curious to hear that. To be quite honest, I heard Vegas actually right now is like right now. If you're gonna go to Vegas, right now is the time to go because there's nobody there. You could pretty much like get premium hotel rooms for super fucking cheap. Like the only thing that really hasn't changed there is like the price of booze.
Yeah, that's what she was saying. That it's pretty easy to get to places, except when you're going into a smallish like store that's really popular. Like she was going to a pretty popular store, and it just took so long to get through everything because you could only have like 6 people in the store at once, and there was a line outside, and then like once you get there, they like grab your number, and then they'll message you when you're done or like when your turn is and stuff. Pretty extensive, but for the other stuff though, it seems like it's been great.
That's how it's like.
Where it's like you're wearing masks, you're washing your hands all the time. They have like little dispensers, but
I mean, but we're used to that, so I'm sure Vanessa's just like, oh, this isn't that big of a deal at all.
yeah, exactly. She's already kind of a Germex user or a hand
Old
sanitizer
Germex.
user anyway, especially on old Germex, not this new shit that smells like dog do. But like we both of us have already found airports to be gross and disgusting, and same thing with hotels. Like on the best of days, I'm like, I don't want to like really touch anything in this hotel that I don't absolutely need to touch.
Well, you know, it's Mary and I have talked about this, and I'm sure you've talked about it too with like Vanessa. It's curious about how clean we're being right now, and I'm sure we've talked about this on the podcast too. It's curious about how clean we're being right now. That how fucking dirty were we before this pandemic to where we have to clean this fucking much just to stay safe? You know, like how fucking dirty were these restaurants we were going to, hotel rooms, like fucking gas stations? How fucking dirty were these places before this pandemic?
Right. I'd love to see a study about, like, I'm sure you've seen the 1001 News Channel studies where it's like, we swabbed like parking meter and we swabbed this. I want to see extensive research on like, is the average like public place now cleaner?
Well, I know, I know for sure
really
restaurants
like to know that,
are.
like what
and
place has improved.
As far as I'm concerned, restaurants could stay clean. Like, let's keep these regulations going. Like, I want my restaurant to be clean. You know, like beforehand, like fucking like all these regulations you have to like keep your food safe and like handling and stuff. It's like that should have been kind of a little bit something you should have been doing before to not get people sick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh, don't come in when.
Yeah.
Oh
like
yeah,
not
if you have
touching
flu-like
stuff.
symptoms, don't come to work. We all know everyone goes to work if you have the flu. And like just passing that shit around. But he's like, maybe it should be a bigger point to where like if you're actually sick at work, maybe you shouldn't be going to work anymore. You know, like maybe you should take some time off.
Yeah.
You know, so maybe some good things will come out of this, you know, like cleanliness, like I hope will be one of those things that come out of this because, you know, I don't want someone that has the flu serving me food.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it will actually maybe help people understand that you can very easily transfer it to people. And if you transfer it to an old person, even if it's just the flu, like they could die. They could get pneumonia and die. Or from regular flu. So like, let's just take all diseases seriously, because I don't think anybody likes diseases, and I don't think there's any acceptable amount of disease that you should be spreading.
For sure. Well, it's just like I know. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but the reason there's winter break right after Christmas is because of the flu. Yeah, that's the reason we have
Oh,
winter
really?
break. Like right after Christmas, there's Christmas break, and then I think in like February, there's another break. They call it winter break. It is strictly so kids don't spread the flu and get the flu. Like that is what it's there for.
Huh.
Yeah.
Never knew that.
So like we have a winter, just because in like
Shit.
February is such a hot month for the flu, and kids get it and they spread it, and like kids are pretty acceptable. Like they get the flu too, just like everyone else. Except for in the flu's case, they could actually like get really sick, unlike the coronavirus right now. But so they actually have like 2 weeks off in winter break, and it's pretty much just because of the flu. They don't want people getting the flu, and people are like freaking out over
Yeah.
coronavirus. Like, I can't believe you're doing this over coronavirus. It's like, well, we do it already for the flu. I don't know what like what more you guys want, like what more evidence you guys need to like take this serious.
Right? We've been
Like
doing
honestly, I don't think
We
people
haven't
will be like
complained.
completely serious like with the coronavirus unless like Donald Trump gets coronavirus and dies from it. You know what I mean? Like I honestly
that.
like
Right.
I honestly do not think people will take it seriously until like someone like uber fucking famous, like that everybody knows, like or dislike, like gets it and dies.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. It's crazy how people are so fucking. I don't even know what the
And
word
it has
is.
to be an American. It has to be American
Idiot.
because the Americans are the only people not taking this serious. Like I
Right.
don't know what type of like famous like fame it would take it like to get there. Like I don't know someone that's more famous than the president right now. Because that's the one thing.
Yeah, but he can't be Canadian because then everyone will be like,
Well, yeah.
it's because of universal
it has
healthcare.
to be American. Like it borderline has to be like
Yeah.
Donald Trump that gets coronavirus and dies before people take this serious. And it has to say Donald Trump died
Yeah,
from coronavirus.
Right. It doesn't even have to be Donald. It just has to be someone from some like beloved TV
I
show
don't-
or some shit. Like David Hasselhoff or
I almost think it
some
has to be
bullshit
Donald.
like that.
Like to be quite honest, like
You think?
like at least if he gets it and is like, oh my god, this was the worst thing that's ever happened to me in life. Well, actually, no, he'd lie about it. He's like, it was all right, it was okay, like nothing happened. I'm fine. I'm fine. I beat the Rona.
It was nothing. I barely felt it. It was stupid. I don't know why people are even
Yeah.
worried about
So
it.
I don't,
And then he dies
yeah,
on
like something
screen.
like that has to happen before, like in my personal opinion, before people actually start taking this like more than just a little tiny grain of salt.
Yeah.
Because like yeah,
Yeah, we need to have someone fake their
because
death
like honestly, to be quite
for the
honest,
good of the people.
and I'm being very sincere, I want this to end just as much as everybody else does. Like I want to get back to normal too.
Yeah.
It's not like I love like sitting here in solitude, like barely hanging out with any of my friends or family. Barely being able to like do anything. Like going to a restaurant today was like super fucking weird and ominous and somber. And it's like I don't want that. Like I want small businesses to succeed and feel like they're able to run their business safely without getting people sick, without the thought in their back of their mind of like, hey, I could get someone sick. Like I want people just to be able to live a little freer, and not free in the sense of like,
Yeah.
I'm just going to disregard every single rule and every single mask rule, like free in the regard of like, oh, there's no more Rona. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Wait,
I
what
would
am I
love
doing?
that.
What
We're
is
just,
this?
hey, what's up, Eric? Welcome back, my
Hello.
friend. How's dinner?
Hey, what's up? Oh, thank you. That was fine.
It's going good, man.
How's it
We were just
going?
talking. We were just talking a
There
little bit
we
of the
go.
Rona and how my personal thought was I think someone like Donald Trump has to get it and die before people actually start taking this Rona seriously.
Yeah. I would love that.
What?
I would love that.
Both.
Totally. I would
Yeah.
love all that. If that were to happen, I'd be such a happy camper.
And that-
all that.
And then Mike Pence
Everything
would be
you
our
just said.
president. I don't know if you'd like that.
Yeah. Why not? Be fine, I guess. I don't know. For
Just
now.
for a few months. Little Gerald Ford it
Yeah,
up.
we were just talking, reminiscing, man. Just fucking. You
What'd you order for food, sir?
Pagliacci's pizza?
Oh, cool. Real
Yeah, it's good. Real Italian style.
Italian style. I don't know what that is.
It's good Italian, you know. Tastes pretty good.
What's your go-to pizza?
I like my go-to pizza would probably be either Pagliacci's. There's Romeo's in Kirkland that's also good, and then this new one that I've been trying, Amonti. Amonti pizza is pretty good. That's the one we got tonight. Was Amonti?
What does that consist of?
I don't know. We always get like the Mediterranean, and the other kids like the Hawaiian pizza, which I know is controversial. A lot of people don't know if they like pineapple on it or not, but the kids love pineapple on their pizza. So I always get like a vegetable medley type pizza. Then the Hawaiian, and then I get a side of chicken strips, and then a big salad, and that's pretty much my order, like my go-to order. I use the Slice app, so every time I go on there, I just fucking hit reorder, and they send me the same shit, and it's usually pretty good.
Nice.
I like the
Nice.
consistency
Nice.
of just pressing a button and you get your shit.
For sure. So I had no idea that the lead actor in Tenet was
Oh, you
Denzel
didn't know that?
Washington's kid. I didn't know that at all.
Yeah.
Welcome to
That's
the times,
crazy.
Eric. Welcome to the
Son.
times.
That's his boy. That's his boy, man. That's his boy. I gotta support it. So I guess that's not coming anytime soon. And nothing's really coming anytime soon. What does that mean? Are we pretty much done with the movie going experience? Do I need to roll out? Here it is. Do I need to roll out and buy a projector like John Man and create the theater
No,
experience?
what you
in my
need to
own home?
do.
Is it
What you
time?
need to do
Is it
is
time?
just come over to John Man's home and have the movie theater experience without spending all the money of doing it yourself.
That's true. That's true, man.
Because
Yeah, you know how much
Dude,
those bulbs are worth? Let John Man
I
take
will
the
say
bill.
there's a price you pay to becoming a projector / sound purist, like audio
Sound
file
man.
and video file. You want the best.
So I don't know. I don't know how to explain this because like I feel like a lot of people have friends with projectors, and I feel like a lot of people are like, "Oh yeah, oh I know exactly what you're talking about. The
Mhm.
sandwich. I know. I have a friend with a projector." It feels like no, you don't. It's not the same fucking thing. I've had a projector before, and it doesn't compare to what John Man's setup is. Like I have no idea the bells and whistles. I think more than anything else, it's a sound system where like you can fucking sit down at a John Man theater experience. You hear rain behind you, and like dialogue in front of you, gunshots to the left and right of you. What the fuck is that, man?
Well-
Is that
well-
just this? Like, how do you do it, man?
By
How do you
spending a
do
lot
it?
of money and time. That's why I said don't do it, man.
I was gonna say
Don't do it because you
And
will
then
never be
get
like I am
more.
very, very happy and content with like my setup right now, but there's still stuff I want. It's like it's like owning a PC. You get a PC, but there's always something you want from that PC. You want it to be a little bit better, so you buy that part. And you're always revolving parts, right? And like upgrading your stuff. So it like once you get into that, all of a sudden you're upgrading sound equipment, which is very expensive to upgrade. Right now, like my subwoofers, my two 10-inch subwoofers that I have going on, watch out for that creeper, John. I'm running,
Ugh,
let's see,
Just
I'm
creeping
running
around.
5,000 watts through my 2 subwoofers. That's just 2
Jesus
subwoofers.
Christ.
And then I'm running
Alright.
about like 150 watts per channel. So I have 5. So whatever 150 is times 5. Yeah, what is that? 5, 6, 7, 700, 800 watts of speakers. So I'm running like 6,000 watts worth of sound
Mhm.
equipment right now. And
That's why you're the audio guy.
So I'll ask you right now. So I bought
yes,
a new
we
car.
do have to talk
finally.
about that. Yes.
Bought a new car. Got it. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Congratulations.
We
yes,
were gonna
finally
we
went
were
out,
gonna talk
pulled
about that
the
eventually,
trigger.
Eric, but thanks for bringing it up. No, I was
Okay,
just
yes,
joking.
okay, yes, yeah, no, yeah. I bought a nice new car and I love it and stuff, and it's got like a whole Bose system in there and everything. And I'm wondering, so we bought it just so
Yeah.
we can do vacation. So it's an Infinity and it'll fit 7 people and stuff. Like it'll fit the whole family. It'll fit
Nice.
the dogs. There's like a little bit of area in the back where we can stack stuff up like that. I want to get some kind, like the
Mhm.
sound system's amazing, like it's great, but I want a subwoofer like in there for some bumping and stuff. What's the smallest subwoofer I can get to still make like a bit of a difference? Like, is there
Yeah, you
any
get like an
kind
8-inch
of like,
subwoofer.
I don't know, like something, like something I can just stick, like maybe underneath
Yeah,
the seat
I'm sure
or
there's
something.
something like a small subwoofer that actually honestly, you might already have a subwoofer in your car. You just have to find out where it's at. It's usually in the back.
It's like, yeah, there's definitely like, depending on the song,
Mhm.
like I put on Busta
Yeah.
Rhymes, it does kick. Like it
You know,
does
so
kick.
there's-
There's a bump. I just want
There's
like a
probably a
little more of
subwoofer already
bump.
in there, so you might be able to
I
upgrade
know.
that.
Yeah, or turn it up. I know I had to turn up my bass on my car because the bass was awful. Like it was all treble,
All
and I
about
looked
that
it up
bass.
and
Out the
like I
bass.
went into the settings on the on the fucking screen do it thingy, and like my treble was like at 8 and the bass was at 2. I don't know why. I guess they wanted like people when they test drove it to have like clarity, but I turned that bass
Yeah.
all the way up, and it's still
Yeah,
not
fair.
that good.
Oh,
I mean, because
but
I know
it
Mary's
helped a
car,
little bit.
she has a subwoofer in her car. Like, it came in stock. Like, it's a premium sound system. So, I mean, stock, but it's a premium, whatever. It's like a Fender speaker, whatever, and it sounds really fucking great. And there's almost no need to put a subwoofer in there.
Nice.
So I just think, like John said, like mess with your settings. Maybe it's just a fact that maybe your bass just isn't turned up enough. But if you really wanted to upgrade, the thing
Maybe.
is, like, you could probably
Check
put
it
it
out.
underneath your seat or find out where your stock subwoofer is, and maybe you could replace it. But the thing is, you're gonna have to get like another amplifier, and if they can't replace that, you're gonna have to find a place to put it, and then you might just end up like taking up space that you could use for like luggage and all your your family vacation stuff, which probably wouldn't be
Yeah,
worth it
it's
anyway.
true.
You know,
Horrible. God damn it. Yeah.
so I mean, yeah, I would just look at the settings. How is your new car though? Like I saw a picture of it. You got it last weekend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's lovely. I took it all around town today. Like I was telling you and stuff. Like I took the kids all out, all
You
about
took
and around
all of them,
town,
right?
Everything's like closed,
All
or
of 'em.
open. All of them, yeah. So we went and rode. They pretty much took over the radio and stuff, so we had to listen to like Korean pop music the whole time. But it was like
Yeah.
slamming Korean pop music. So like the
Yeah.
audio was really good. I mean, I wish I was listening to stuff that I was more into,
Yeah.
but like whatever and stuff sounded great.
So so you have an Infinity.
fun.
How's the ride? How's like the like how is it? Like what are the features? Like what kind of like creature comforts do you have in that car?
Oh, so it's it's used, but it's like one of the ones that are like freaking, it's got like all the extra bells and whistles and stuff. So like when I hopped in there and I was like driving it, I'm like, yeah, this is cool. Like freaking it's doing everything I want it to do. It's great. And then freaking there's different settings as far as the driving goes. So it's like eco, there's standard, there's snow, and then there's sports. So I'm like freaking the other day, like Emily was like messing with the settings and stuff, and then fucking she was like she spent the one into sports, and fucking when you spun it into sport, holy fuck, dude, the car just like fucking went like
Oh yeah.
like took off like fucking Star Wars style. It's like when you have it in sport, holy shit, it goes
Yeah,
fast.
it's just
dude.
like a
it's
just like a
cool
different
car. I
gearing
like it.
ratio, so you get a little bit more pick up and go
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Nice.
Yeah, it was like freaking. It was really nice.
I know some of the modern ones like tighten up your
Yeah.
suspension too, so you could like
Yeah.
take those turns nice and tight.
It's like a luxury style car and stuff with like it's supposed to be like an SUV, but with like all luxuries and stuff. So it's like pretty cool, man. I like it. I like it a lot. Like fucking, I'm
this
pretty
the-
happy with my purchase. A lot of times I always get fucking like buyer's remorse with no matter what it is. Like I always get buyer's remorse. Like if I buy shoes, I feel bad that I bought shoes and like fucking like I have this weird thing within me. And like if I buy something for myself, I fucking end up like berating myself about it. This is like the only purchase where I bought it and I'm just like, oh, holy fuck, I'm pretty happy with this. So that hasn't set in yet.
That is
Which is
amazing.
me.
Well, it's something you've needed for a long time, and like this has to be the
sure.
newest car that you've ever bought, right?
It has been. This is literally, I am 40 years old, and I'm not counting the van that I bought my ex-wife because it doesn't count.
Yeah.
Like, fucking, I only drove that like one time, and then she took
I
it.
didn't drive that for shit.
Yeah, and then I bought the whole thing. So like I went and paid that whole thing off. This is like the first car that I've actually officially just bought outright for myself, and it's nice, man. Fucking I love it, man. Fucking,
So you bought it
it's
outright?
awesome. Well, no, I still
Yeah.
owe like some money on it, but I
Nice.
put a bunch down on it and stuff. So, like, yeah, I got fucking pretty easy
Nice.
payments, and everything would be cool for a little while. Like, fucking, I took
So-
care of the whole thing and shit. Yeah, it's good.
I got
good,
something
man.
to
Love
cure your I got something to
Love it.
cure your buyer's remorse though. So what you need to do is
Mhm.
like obviously I don't know how yours and Emily's finances are and like what you do with money, but you need to like give yourself an allowance every week, whether it be like $25 or $50, whatever, and just like save that. That's what I do. Like I give myself an allowance every
For
single
sure.
week, and if I want to buy something big, like I just save up. Like it might take me fucking 10 or 20 weeks to save up, but you know, like I don't feel bad about it because it's money that I've been allowed to save that's separate from our household money.
Maybe that's what I'll do because I want a new PC. So maybe I'll fucking start doing that and shit. Like put a little extra into a pot so I can.
Yeah,
just
I mean,
buy a
because that's what I
PC
do
one
with
day.
like all my,
Do it.
you know, sound equipment. I just save up my money and, you know, eventually just, you know, buy shit without remorse because like I've saved that money. You know what I mean?
Yeah. John's got a great PC. He's running Minecraft
He
like
is.
nobody's business right now.
Yeah, dude, I can run Minecraft. I can run
He's running
Minesweeper.
Minecraft on Discord.
Dude, I can run it all.
He's fucking talking. Like he's streaming to us, you know, with like zero latency right now. So that's pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, I got 8
Nice.
cores. 8 motherfucking cores.
What kind
That's a
of
lot of
PC do you
cores,
want,
man.
Eric?
Yeah, and it's never been cheaper.
Can you share some of your cores with me? Oh, did you say cores or coors?
Cores, like the beer.
Okay, cool.
This computer has a bunch of cores in it.
Are the mountains blue?
Let me check.
That
Yeah, they're
that means
blue.
your PC.
They're blue.
Oh, nice.
That means
Oh,
your
know
PC
they're
is
blue.
running cool.
Yes, boy.
Eric, Eric, what
Oh,
kind of build do you
fuck
want to
yeah.
get for a PC?
I would like to get. I'll probably do like another AMD. Like I want to do another one other build and stuff. I'd like to check out the whole. Like I never have done the whole VR stuff, so I'd like to get something VR capable and to do that. So I think
Yeah.
maybe that might be my next step. Check that shit out because it's not like we're going anywhere right now. It feels like in these Corona times, VR.
Yeah,
might be
I
pretty
wonder
cool.
if there's a VR function on Discord because that'd be pretty fucking cool to all of us like talking on Discord like through VR.
That would be cool.
All obviously
Yeah.
we'd all have
If we got
yeah, I was gonna
if
say
we all
would
got
all have to
VR.
buy VR, which I probably won't.
Fucking A, dude.
So,
they got that it's like $200. I forgot the Oculus Session
Yeah.
or something like that. Not super expensive. It's not like the Valve Index where it like senses your fingers and stuff, but I've heard that some people prefer the cheaper version just because it has just regular
Oh, nice.
controls. You have your stick, you got your buttons, and they work well, they sense well. But yeah, we can go on like VR chat and have like fucking avatars where we're walking around as like Darth Vader or like fucking Ren from Ren and Stimpy or some shit. I see all that so much, like people that
Oh,
are
yeah?
Kermit the Frog, and they just act like Kermit the Frog in the game, but they're like, "Get the fuck out of here, you fucking bitch!" And just when it's short ass Kermit the Frog yelling at you like that, it's too fucking funny.
I tried out the Oculus Facebook one and stuff, like the whole, it's like all self-sustained. There's no like PC or whatever. It's just like it's like one piece and stuff. That one was actually pretty cool. You could actually feel Zuckerberg and Elon Musk dick up your ass.
I'm sure. I mean,
Love
you
it.
don't really feel much, but it's there.
Yeah, you don't feel
Yeah.
much, but
I mean,
know
I've
it's
taken
there.
poops bigger, but whatever. Shit. On that note, no.
It's time to get political yet? Yeah,
yeah.
boy.
Get zucked.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's crazy. I haven't. So my uncle, he has a VR. He has the PlayStation 4 VR, and it's actually surprisingly pretty good. Like the
Yeah, I played that one.
Yeah, the motion
That's pretty
controls-
cool.
are sometimes wonky and they don't sync up very well, but like the
Yeah.
helmet itself, the VR unit, it's actually pretty decent. Like
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's not like as HD as like and I wouldn't even say it's like on par with the Oculus and stuff. I think like if you're gonna go like top of the line, it's got to be the Vive, right? Like fucking, I've tried the Vive before. Like the Vive is definitely a different experience than the.
yeah, I'm kind of
Oculus.
curious on like how like
Yeah,
it will, if like that will actually evolve into something that's worth ever buying, because like right now you could buy a VR and
For
it's cool.
sure.
It's a cool novelty game and like novelty feature, and it has like novelty games. But I'm curious to see if it will actually turn into something like worth buying, where you actually get your true money's worth.
Yeah, perhaps.
yeah, like you'll play it just as much as your console or
'cause
something
right now,
like that.
like okay, there might be a couple of games that are really fun, like throwaway games, whatever that you could pick up.
Some proof of
But
concept
there's
kind
no
of thing.
real hardcore games developed for it because the major audience is either mouse and keyboard or controllers. So that's what developers are going to develop for. They're not going to develop VR only games because not enough people have them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing that I will say that I want so damn bad is Half-Life Alyx. That shit is so fucking quality. Have you seen the gameplay for that one? Like, every
not.
bottle you can, like, part of the game is you have to find ammo, and you actually have to, like, dig through shelves and, like, knock shit out of the way, and the physics is just so good. Like, move bottles, and then you'll find, like, a little clip right there, and you'll just grab it, put it in your
So
pocket.
like the Half-Life, is that actually
you
like
still get, like-
a sequel to Half-Life 2, or is it just like a spin-off?
It is kind of a spin-off, but it does continue Half-Life Episode 2, Half-Life 2 Episode 2, the last installment, and it continues it by about
Oh,
10
that's cool.
seconds. So you get to see like 10 seconds after Half-Life 2 Episode
That's
2,
cool.
which to me is well worth $1,000
Yeah.
for the Valve Index.
Well, so speaking of like really cool games, so on PlayStation 3, Metal Gear Solid 5, they just barely disarmed every single nuke. So you finally get the nuke in-game cutscene. on PlayStation 3. So like, what was it, like 5 years after release, you finally get like the very, very last cutscene of the game.
Oh, there's like
Crazy.
the
There's like a
final
disarmament cutscene to where like if have you guys ever played the online feature? All right,
Not
so
on
like the
5.
online feature is you go around and you have to disarm the nukes. Like everyone has the little FOB, and like if they have nukes, you have to disarm the nuke and get that and all that stuff. So and like sometimes every time you get a nuke and you arm a nuke, someone has to disarm the nuke. And on the PlayStation 3, they finally disarmed all the nukes, so they finally got the disarmament cutscene.
Whoa. And what
I haven't watched
what
it.
is on there?
But they got it.
Oh shit.
Whoa, there's Thursty.
Yeah, they got it though.
Dude, are you running like 60
Hey,
frames
I'm
per
back.
second on your webcam right now? No, I could tell.
Yeah. I moved the desk, so the window is just right in front of me, so I get a lot more light. So my my webcam can go to a shorter fucking, what's it called? Like, not aperture, but whatever. Like the more light you get, the higher frame
Okay.
rate you can get. Because if it has high frame rate, then you need more light, basically, is what it is. So the more light you get, the better
Gotcha.
it's going to look. Obviously, you can go too bright,
Yep.
but... Oh, we lost Eric. But, yeah, putting the desk right here where the window's, like, right in front of me, amazing
What,
choice on my part.
What
I'm a genius.
fucking webcam do you have?
I have the C922 Pro Stream
It's the same one.
webcam
It's the same one I have.
by Logitech.
I want to go 60 frames per second. Yeah.
Yeah, play with the settings a little bit. If you get the
Uh-huh.
window up in your corner out of the shot, like if it wasn't drowning it out, I think you would
Yeah.
probably be on the same level.
It looks good.
Because, yeah, you can get too bright.
Yeah.
You got to find the sweet spot. Yeah, and what helps with the color also is, like, this webcam will also color correct you a little bit. By adding the blue here, it adds a bit of light, but not, like, shining light, and it's, like, a
Gotcha.
dark blue, so it kind of evens out the colors.
It definitely looks good, man. Are you gonna eventually get a green screen or for your stream or no?
I don't like having to worry about the green screen. Green screens are a lot more difficult than people
Yeah.
led me to believe. The biggest part is not getting the green screen behind you, but it's getting the green screen completely flat and having the same amount of light all over the green screen. Because if you have too much light on one side, it's going to be a different green. So when you use the chroma key, you have to say, like, okay, take everything that's this color, make that transparent. So the computer will be like, okay, and it will take away all that green, but the green that's, like, washed out from the light is a different shade because it has different
Gotcha.
amount of light on it, and that's just frustrating. You need more lights, like, all over, and I don't have all the room in the world to add a bunch of lights to get the most even possible green effect.
Yeah,
It's so
yeah.
difficult. Like, some people have, like, lights under their desk and stuff.
Yeah. Well,
Like, that's
it's
too
kind of
much.
like, you know, like audio editing and video editing are kind of, they're in the same vein. Like, there's some things you could do with, like, your audio programs. So, like, let's just say you have a little bit of a hiss in the background. So you could isolate that hiss and have your program run its course and then get rid of that hiss. But if there's, like, a little tiny blip of something that's a little bit louder than the hiss, then every single thing of your recording is going to sound like a robot because it's trying to compress that sound to get rid of it. So there's just, like, so much to do in like audio and video editing. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, basically, the more control you have over your environment that it's actually trying to record, whether it's sound or video,
and that's why
the
I
better.
went. Yeah, and that's why
And
I pretty
sometimes
much
you can't
went
do
like
that.
100%. Like I'm pretty much 100% analog, and then I just feed
Yeah.
it through a digital converter, and then I run it through the DAW. You know, because like I like right now with like my setup or with our setup or whatever we have on this podcast, like I have complete control over everything in real time on the fly. Like if there's something that doesn't
Oh, yeah.
sound right, I can just turn it down a little bit, and I don't have to worry about any post processing at all because it's just going to sound good. I mean that's the
Yeah. And that
yeah.
minimizes time.
Like I am set up for a
as well.
live broadcast if I wanted to, or live podcast. Yep.
Broadcast
Which makes
quality.
it easier, man, because I mean, luckily I've been in the industry for a long time to where I could have acquired all this equipment. You know, it's not something like the everyday amateur podcasters, sometimes probably even podcasters probably
Yeah.
don't have some of the equipment that I have, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, you've been building it up for a while,
Oh yeah, I've
even
had
before
like some of this
podcasts.
equipment because I used to record music, so it's just like I have all this, like I have so much more stuff in the garage. It's like I have another, I don't know, rack that's probably twice as big as the one I have in our studio, with another mixing board with like two
Yeah.
audio interfaces, a couple of patch boards, like preamps, fucking tube compressors, digital compressors, like yeah, I got a lot of shit.
Oh, I
Erik?
got a text.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. He got forced updated. That sucks.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
is
V
she?
is drunk. She's sending me drunk
Ooh,
snaps.
Kinky.
Yeah. She's like, I'm in my... She just texted me, can you send me a picture
Oh,
of the
really?
cats? I want to see them. They're not anywhere around me.
You could take
I'll
off.
send it to her later.
Like you could do a picture. Like I'll wait.
Okay, I'm gonna grab a
All
cat
right, yeah.
photo
Go
just
get
real
a cat
quick.
photo, if that's what you call it these days. So John is getting a quotation mark cat photo for his girlfriend. We all know what that means. She's in Vegas now, which I am actually pretty excited for her to get back and talk about her experience being in Vegas. Because, as all you guys know, you've been listening to John Sandwich for a few months now. We live in Washington State, and it is a fucking dreadful, dreadful place to live right now. Everything is coroned out. So I'm excited to kind of hear from someone that's in living life right now with some amenities that we're not used to right now. So that'll be fun. Oh yeah.
Got some adorable
John,
photos.
I'm sure you got some adorable cat photos.
Oh yeah, with my dick in picture, dick in frame.
Yep.
It's like those Instagram posts, like, look at my outfit, and they're like ass
Oh, yeah.
out, like ass
Yeah,
first.
let's look at that outfit. Yep.
It's like, wow,
That's
great
a nice ass
outfit.
too, by the way. Yeah, thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Just all the colors and patterns just
Yeah.
lead straight to the ass.
I wish there was more shirts like that for men. You know, shirts that just like all the patterns and everything, and all of a sudden, dick.
Yeah, and it just all leads, like, just instead of pinstripes, it all
Yeah.
just leads down to your dick. I
So
want a
do I.
suit
I-
like that. Pinstripe, but it converges into like a Spider-Man symbol
or
on my
like
penis.
the
Like my
pinstripes,
crotch
but
area.
instead of like being like horizontal, they're like slightly up a little bit, like more like a V. And on your shirt, they're going down, and on your pants they're going up, and then all of a sudden, like right at your dick, it's just like this big circle of like where everything like aligns and convenes right at your dick.
Yeah, perfect. That's. I'm sure if we made that, there'd be a few.
There
buyers,
would be a few
I
buyers.
think.
Oh, for sure.
A lot of
I mean,
rappers
I'd
would buy
it.
that.
I don't know if I'd wear it, but I'd buy it.
We'd buy it just for like the photos and like when we like go meet manufacturers or like stores
Look
to like
how
sell
awesome
it.
my dick is.
Wear it there and then they'll know. Yeah, look how fucking awesome
these
this
ladies,
suit
man.
is.
Ladies,
see
they
my
get to
dick.
like flaunt their cleavage and show everyone how big their ass is. But us, man, we kind of get a little we get a little flack for our penises.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's up with that?
I think we need to change the culture. I think we need a penis culture.
Right, like instead of topless beaches, it's like
Yeah.
crotchless beaches,
I mean,
but only scrotum,
I
only
I
shaft
just want equal
or
rights for
something.
everybody.
Yeah, it'll be a great day when nudity's just completely
Yeah.
legalized
I
everywhere.
think so, man. I think people need to embrace their nude self for sure. Like I know sometimes, man, wearing clothes is like a burden because you know you have to put on underwear, socks, shorts, shirt. It's like women, you have to put on a bra too. That's got to be shitty.
Right? It's
It
a lot
is.
of work. A lot of work being a
It
lady.
really is, man. I do not envy the ladies. That is for sure, man. They got a lot of stuff going on, man. They have to like work extra hard. They have to fucking put on makeup. You know, their fucking garments and underwears they have to wear. I mean, they don't have to, but to be socially acceptable in quotation marks, like they have to, you know. Like the high
Yeah,
heels and
like-
shit, dude. I wouldn't want to wear fucking high heels every single day. Or one day for that matter. I don't want to
Yeah,
wear
right.
high heels for one day.
Yeah, it's one thing if you have great skin or something like that you can go like makeupless, but like where I work like in a corporate setting, like if a woman doesn't have great skin they're not wearing makeup, they're like, you look
Yeah.
kind of unprofessional. Maybe like you got to do your hair.
Well,
a
I feel
little
like
bit
men
more.
just like you
And
know,
then
which I
there's guys just
Yeah.
long hair. Like there's some programmers with like long hair and shit, but
Yeah.
they don't get flack
I
at all.
wonder, like, because men, it kind of seems like we have better skin overall, right? Kind of
Really?
like obviously I've never worn makeup.
What do you
Like I feel like if a woman has like bad skin or whatever, it's probably because of years of makeup that's been on her skin. That's the reason she has bad skin. You know, I feel like if we take out the stigma of wearing fucking makeup all the time, you know, like women wouldn't have like that bad of skin anymore. You know, because like it clogs up your pores and like
Yeah.
I don't know, like I have great eyebrows. I have like hardly any acne, and I have a pretty fair complexion. Like there's pretty much nothing going on in my skin. It's pretty good. I mean, I could be wrong. Like
Yeah, we got to
Yeah.
remove the
I
expectation.
mean, because Mary, she has some pretty bad skin. If she doesn't wear makeup, then you could see it. You know. Okay, he's getting some more nudie pics.
No, Vanessa's like, I'm super drunk and I just want to see the cats. And Vicky messaged me and she's like, have you talked to your
Oh, yeah.
girl today? Because she's like, I'm sad and I need photos
Oh,
of
that's
your
funny.
cats too. I'm like, yeah, I've been talking to her this whole
Yeah.
time. She's in that drunk, sad
yep.
phase. Or like, just
The emotional,
super
like,
emotional.
I really want to see you. Where is my honey
Yeah.
at?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you
Exactly.
guys, yeah.
That's so funny. She's just in the hotel room trying to sober up before dinner.
How long is she in Vegas for?
That's hilarious. Tomorrow afternoon.
Nice. Well, do you want to get See if
Ye-
Eric wants to get another pot
ye-
in tonight. Maybe do another one. I mean, if
maybe
you're down.
Yeah. I was
mean,
gonna stream
Yeah, I mean, either
later
way.
tonight. Yeah,
Yeah.
we can also do
Well, I don't
tomorrow
wanna take
too.
away from picking up your honey.
Well, actually, she's flying in on, like, if we can do it early in the afternoon, I
Mhm.
don't have to leave super early because she's flying in and flew out of the airport
nice.
that's just
Oh,
right
nice.
here. It's like 5 minutes away,
Eric.
which is
Oh,
a
yeah.
fucking godsend. And it's not like
Yeah.
full like SeaTac. I just drove up. The only person there was a cop. I was like, I felt pretty comfortable. I was like, bye, have a good day. And I drove like
Nice.
5 minutes back. Amazing. Way better than the hour and
Oh,
a
yeah.
half it takes
What
to get
time
to
are you
SeaTac.
planning on streaming tonight?
Incredible. Probably like around 8 or 9. I was gonna do a scary game with the jump scare. Like every time someone follows
Oh,
or
yeah.
like gives me bits. Which the bits is like at 5. Like it's basically like toss
yeah.
in a nickel. And an alert will pop up and it's like a loud
Oh,
noise
nice.
with a face. And it'll jump scare me and
Oh, that's
everyone
kinda cool.
watching.
Nice.
That's what I'm planning
Nice.
to do. It'll be pretty cool, I think. I left it on though the other day, and while playing Apex, and some people, like there was like 3 people following, and like it scared the shit out of me. Apparently, it didn't scare them, but I was just playing, and it's like to jump scare me, and I was like, "Holy fuck! What are you doing?" Oh,
Nice.
thanks for the follow. Sorry if that
Yeah,
scared
no
the
kidding.
shit out of you. And then they're like, "Oh, I want to see it again. Like, I want to pop it again." And like, it got me some followers.
yeah.
Maybe I'll just
So,
keep it.
I do.
Jump scare at all
That
times.
is a good idea. So I do have a question to ask you. Why did you change your Twitter or your Twitch handle again? Like the whole TV thing. Well, like
was it
because
before?
it used to be Thirsty Q. So why does having the Q make you a dick? I was following your Twitter account, and you're like, oh, I'm.
Yeah, I haven't changed it, but I was in chat and someone was giving me lip, and apparently Q is like a bit of a handle for what's on what's that called? 4chan, 8chan, where it's called QAnon, like Q Anonymous, and it's like basically the part in 4chan where people talk about how there's a conspiracy to like end white people and the reign of white people, and like there's a conspiracy going on that's like there's a war going on and Trump's like our savior and stuff, and he's like saving the white
so it's just,
people
like,
and
not-
all that shit. And I'm like, really? Am I gonna have to get rid of Q just because
see,
of
when you
these
say
assholes?
Q, I think of like
Like,
Star
that's
Trek.
so annoying.
Q is a Star Trek character,
Yeah,
but
I chose it just because it was unique and had a nice
It
ring
does.
to it.
that sucks, man. So
Just a
now it's
little
like
extra
not
something.
politically correct to have Q in your name because you are now a white supremacist conspiracy theory
Yeah,
person.
apparently, yeah. I'm a complete asshole, but I think I'm
Yeah.
just gonna own it. Like, I'm not a part of that shit, and if people ask me, then it can start the conversation. I'll tell them what's up. Like, that's literally
It's a
I did not know
it's a
that
fucking
when
letter
I
in the
first
alphabet.
put
Get the
that in.
fuck over it. Just because 4chan or whatever chan, decide to use it,
Yeah.
fuck them. Let's be a part of the solution, not the problem.
Right, it's like how Adolf Hitler ruined the
Yeah.
name Adolf,
Well, he
Or
also
Adolfo,
ruined the swastika
stuff
too.
like that.
The swastika was like a symbol of peace,
Yeah, that too.
in a lot of Asian culture, and now it's a symbol of white supremacy, which is completely fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now people go to Thailand and they're like, "What's with all the swastikas out here?" And it's not even called a swastika
Yeah.
when it's sideways. It's called something else. I have no idea, but Because fucking people are
man.
idiots.
Like it really
It
does
sucks.
suck, man. There's a lot of fucking just negative people out there that want to do negative things and hurt other people. And John Sandwich Show is not about that. We love everybody.
Yeah. Hate to break it to you, but no one's coming for you because they don't
Yeah.
care about you.
Yeah,
Gotta be honest. If you're on 4chan, they probably don't care about you that much. Unless you're being an actual asshole out in public. Like, nobody... It's the same thing with, like, tracking people. Like, the people who complain about tracking the most, like, on your phones and stuff, are the people who, like, the government does not
Yeah.
give a shit about
Yeah.
what you do day to day. Man, I promise.
or the people that think
They
the
don't
vaccine
care.
is just to fast track the RFID chips that we get inserted into our wrists. The Obamacare. Obamacare is
Right.
finally coming to fruition. They're gonna put fucking RFID chips in us, to track us at all times. Like, dude, are you
Right.
really worried about a chip? Because the government could track us at any time anyway. Right now, you're carrying a fucking cell phone that has connection to
Yeah, you willingly
that you
carry
will-
that.
Exactly, you willingly carry, and you're worried about a chip in your arm, dude. You are carrying a fucking chip, that is 6 inches long in your hand at all times, or a watch that is a fucking GPS tracker, motherfucker, dude. You're already being tracked. If you really wanted to be tracked,
Yeah.
you're already tracked. Like your internet
Yeah.
connection,
Like, if you don't want to be
Your
tracked, go
internet
completely off the
connection,
grid.
it's only secure if you to some people, like the government could get into your internet IP and just like see every little fucking thing you're doing.
Yeah, most companies have a backdoor for that express
Yeah, exactly. Dude, like,
reason.
I'm sorry. If the government wanted to track you, it's already done. That happened 20 fucking years ago, the second you started holding the cell phone. I am
Yeah.
sorry. You know what I mean?
And also, like, the government has been tracking professional, like, spies and other dissidents for years. Like, every government, like, they're really good
they
at
are.
it. Like, you're not gonna just get a burner phone and suddenly you're, like, fucking blackout.
Dude, I
stealth
I
mode.
know hackers that work for the
and shit.
government, man, and they're hackers you don't want to fuck with. They'll get into anything you want to get in with.
Yeah.
Like I remember looking at like porn on the family computer, and I thought I erased everything. The second he got on that computer to fix it, I was like, "Fuck no, don't look." You know what I mean? It's like, please don't look.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I erased the browser history.
But it's like, oh, this metadata here saves everything from the moment this computer
Yeah.
was inceptualized.
So I
Like,
don't
you've done
understand those
nothing.
people. The people that are like, oh, they just want to track us with the vaccines. Like, bitch, you're already being tracked. If the government really wanted you to be tracked.
Yeah. Also, if you have an apartment or even a house, like, you register that
Yeah.
regularly,
You register your car.
and they know exactly where you live already. Yeah,
Your car has
too.
OnStar. How about
Like,
that
you can be tracked
OnStar you're
anyway.
carrying? You think the government can't get into that? They probably can, motherfucker. You call 911 on it.
Yeah, for sure. It's literally connected to
GPS. Yep.
like
Exactly.
authorities.
If they really
Yeah.
wanted you, they would come get you. So relax. In the words of Aaron Rodgers, RELAX. Relax.
Yeah. Also, do you ever use a debit card or do you just pay
No,
in
I pay in
cash every time?
always with my coin shortage coins. They're going to be worth money someday because there's a shortage of coins.
I got $2 bills, which in 100 years they'll be
$2.
worth $2.03. Yeah, $2. Not enough to actually
Yep.
pay for more stuff.
I don't know. People are weird, man.
It's hilarious, dude.
I think there's
But
this.
yeah, that was.
Yeah,
I
no,
got
dude, I think
lit
there's
for
a
that.
song that fucking Jim Morrison and the Doors wrote. People are strange when you're a stranger. Stranger, you're all. Yeah, fucking people are weird, man. they're gonna do what they do. So
Yeah,
you are still
a lot of people don't understand
you are still
how
Thirsty Q
technology
on
works.
Twitch. All right. And what
Yeah,
is your
still
normal
Thirsty Q.
streaming schedule these days? Because I know it's been up and down.
I don't have a normal streaming schedule just yet. I usually stream at Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I want to stream throughout the week, but usually by the time I'm done with work, I'm
Dude, that's
fucking
how I feel all
fried.
the time too. Now it's like, okay, I'm gonna ask these guys if they want a pod. We'll get an hour and a half pod going, and then I get off work. It's like, no. Can't do it.
Yeah, you're just like, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, in the morning you're like, let's do it. Let's fucking do it. Hell yeah.
Yep.
We're gonna do it every day.
And then, yeah,
And yeah, after work
Yeah.
you're just like, fuck, dude. I just
Eat,
want to
go to
eat
bed.
and go to
pretty
bed.
much.
Ugh, I need a new chair. I sit in this room so often for work and streaming.
so
I
do
need
I,
a better
man.
chair, and not a fucking streaming
So
chair.
I need like a
Fuck
really
those
good
things.
ergonomic fucking like back chair, one that I could like sit back in and like feel good about it. Because like this one, it's like they're comfy for like an hour, but like after that, like I have pillows and shit that try to like even out the back shit, but after a while, just it's not very good.
Yeah, I need one with
Exactly.
lumbar support that like pushes your lower back out. That's what I need. Pillows don't
They
do
don't
that
do
for me.
either, but that's my solution for right now.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool, man. Well,
Yeah, chairs are so damn
yeah,
expensive.
Well, you're about ready to stream in like a half hour or so, so we'll let you go and we'll end this podcast and maybe talk a little bit tomorrow. All right, cool, man.
Hell yeah, dude. Hit me up if you're
dude,
free.
I should be free all day tomorrow, so if you guys are free, I'm free, and if you end up not streaming or whatever, I'm down to pod tonight too. So, all right,
Cool.
yeah, I'll
Hopefully
see what's
Eric
going on
will
with
join
Eric,
us.
and maybe we'll do like a 2 peas in a pod or something. I don't know if I can, or maybe we'll get him on tomorrow. I don't know, but anyway, have
Yeah.
fun streaming, man. We'll talk
All right,
to you
dude.
soon. It is.
All right. See you, bro.